Chapter 36. Following Dagon's bizarre strike, Guard Myormals invited Rimuru and the children to a hostess bar. The butterflies of the night hostess Rimuru attended in Dworgen was similar to the one they were to visit. Elves don't exist, but beggars can't choose, either. It remains a sophisticated hostess bar that is solely accessible to rich merchants. The kids and I had the pleasure to be here due to Myormals-kun. The establishment was exclusively ours. The kids eat as much as they can since they are all food slobs, therefore they can. Myormals and I indulged in hedonistic drinking while talking about the company, after getting into the business. Myormals' eyes widened in shock as I proposed that he join as the executive financial manager of our rising kingdom. Taking care of Tempest's entire financial condition was, not much, but it was something only Myormals was able to accomplish with such speed and precision. I immediately made him that offer, but I won't prohibit him from running his own independent business in my kingdom. I just ask that our finance manager act right away since Tempest will soon rule the market. Due to some kind of Carrion's edict, Tempest had been trading with Dworgen for a variety of items. Now that he hasn't sent any envoys, our kingdom is currently solely trading with Dworgen. But considering that beast scouts were free to wander around our city when I was there, I can see that Tempest and Usarania will eventually have some type of relationship. I'm not sure when it will happen, but I know it will. As a result, I will need to be prepared for economic dominance and lean on civic professionals as consultants so that I may succeed without suffering any negative consequences. Economic dominance is a two-edged sword. If a large firm that supports a nation fails, so will the nation it supports. Therefore, entrepreneurship in our situation kingdom's general business will have long-term effects on a large number of individuals that it affected. So that the nations we will be aiding may develop as well, I must ensure that our kingdom doesn't collapse. I need highly skilled people like Myormals, a talent in his industry, to do it. I told him all of it. He waited while placing his hands on his chin. This is too much to ask of a merchant, you know. I'm a veteran businessman, and I can assure you that this narrative is true. Business is considerably more than just making money. The relationship between the business owner and the client is one of mutual benefit. Over time, individuals rely more on businesses rather than the businesses rely on people. I know that, but, right now Tempest products are beloved by merchants including you. I cannot stop its growth, therefore I just gotta deal with it somehow. Somehow, it's only a hypothetical future for now. It didn't matter to Myormals whether it was hypothetical or not. What he sees is the probability that this hypothetical future will actually occur. Myormals considered the issue and came to the conclusion that the possibility of the hypothetical future was quite high. But, that's why I am here. Despite meeting me the first time you have entrusted me with this role. It's based on trust, yes. I see, it is really meant that people with power have the responsibility to protect those who don't. I was surprised when it came out of his mouth. But, that is the ideology I based on my leadership. And that's why, I need talents like you to prosper. My goals are simple. I want to build a world where everyone can live in comfort. Myormals, please lend me your strength. He gave a shrug. Really, Your Majesty Rimuru-sama. What you are proposing is really something else. But, that's what my talents are for, am I right? Please let me take the role. It is a troublesome task, but we are both going to have a benefit here. Then, after that word, Myormals formally agreed to take the job. I got a new, reliable ally. When I say the word, Myormals will leave for Tempest. In the meantime he's going to handle something like his own business in Ingrassia. He cannot simply let his enterprises run unmanaged. He must take action, such as designating office bearers, so that Myormals may manage them remotely from Tempest. Then, I did not forget. Dwarf-san said that Myormals-kun has the information about the organization Cerberus. I asked him and he said me the following. Cerberus is an underground organization. They are more troublesome as of lately. He said, how come? Cerberus is a fearless organization that conducts illegal acts but never has been arrested due to no evidence left behind. But, as of lately the world of merchants have been shaken by some rumors spreading. World of merchants, information under our feet, merchants. Unless a business has breached the law, the state will never be concerned about them. As a result, many officials wouldn't even bother investigating rumors spreading among business people. But despite that, there has been a rumbling due to some horrifying tales. What exactly are these horrifying tales? The rumors said that Cerberus has taken the internal politics of Bloomend Kingdom. Wait, is that even possible? An organization focused on wealth taking on an entire nation? I shouldn't be so unsure about it, I suppose. Damrata, now that I know who he is, I can see that he has the potential to rule a whole country. He is not capable of wiping every soldier, but he is more than capable of killing a monarch or plummeting a whole internal affair into complete upheaval. That of course with the backing of the most wealthy organization in the West right now. Raiju. This is the first time I've heard of such an organization. Among merchants what we compete among ourselves is our network and the consistent money and power we hold. My Ormals am among one of the top 10 distinguished in the West. And, currently standing on top is the organization called Raiju. In addition to my Ormal's information currently, Raiju is the most dominant financial powerhouse. Even more prosperous than Dworgen. Their headquarters were situated in the northern suburbs of Ingrasha. Cerberus is not like Raiju. Raiju was only a large, affluent company that operated lawfully. Their wealth exceeds that of minor nations like our newborn kingdom of Tempest. They had their own armies, and the country was unable to stop them. They consistently paid their taxes to the kingdom, and any selfish aristocracy who tried to attack them would be instantly destroyed. That is due to 5 saints making up Raiju's power. Saints, not enlightened. And, the top saint in Raiju is rumored to be protected by the spirit of light. Humans may never know, but when someone is protected by the spirit of light have a chance of evolving into a true hero. I kinda wanted to meet these Raiju guys. But, why is Raiju cooperating with Cerberus? The final query here is to be addressed. My Ormals just gave a sideways head shake. It seems that this is the best he could do with his information. Even if my Ormals is a credible merchant, unless we know ourselves, these rumors will stay unconfirmed and unsolved. Given that he didn't pursue it, not even my Ormals could go farther into this subject. My Ormals wouldn't want to fight beside the frightening adversary Cerberus. Likewise, the story of a merchant group occupying a whole nation remains a preposterous story to believe. Of course, my Ormals think it's ridiculous, but I don't, knowing what Damrata, Vega, and Miranda are capable of, especially with respect to their association to the Eastern Empire. I am aware that that may be true. For now, I'll just keep an eye out. I have a whole kingdom to govern and I don't have any manpower to furtherly meddle with other kingdoms. Then, is it possible why Blumond is attacking Tempest was because Cerberus has taken over it from the inside? That will remain as a hypothesis until we have found out the truth by ourselves. Oh, that's right, I forgot to say the reason why Raiju was so powerful was their control over the ocean. Oil and hydroelectric energy are what they provide. They also sell wild sea monsters. Wait a moment, as I recall when we fought the Empire. It is an area of the sea where powerful sea monsters reside. It is an unclaimed zone. Don't tell me these Raiju guys managed to pull that feat. As I remember, the ocean is a dangerous place. How did they manage it? Then he dropped a huge nuclear bomb of information right to my face. They had these inventions called luxury liners and cruises that transport them safely. Though, they are also powerful in battle, so powerful in fact that those sea creatures that the Eastern Empire have avoided are no match for them. I put my hand on my chin, but my Ormals said something to me that left me stunned. Their number 1 saint who protected by the spirit of light. She is Kobayashi Arisu. That's a Japanese name. And, cruises and luxury liners. Those inventions could be. My Ormals continued. She is also known as the Golden Flower. She is a summoned with a good deal of power. She swiftly left with Raiju, though, preventing other groups like the Western Saints Church from attempting to get in touch with her. But without a doubt, a strong saint. She slew a true demon lord for the first time in the history of saints. Which demon lord did she slay? Demon Lord Valentine. With that said, Raiju is on the human side, but they will never interfere. They have a different goal than the entire human nations. That's why they moved out on the coast. Wait, I saw Roy, Lewis, and Luminous during the Orc Lord War. Doesn't that mean Kobayashi failed to kill the vampire demon lord? Then, what happened to the great 10 demon lords? Thinking of a wretched person like Guy, he wouldn't let the name unmanaged. That I don't know that. That's demon lord stuff, you know. Only one of the demon lords could give an answer. Now, that is more reason to visit these Raiju guys. Why are they cooperating with Cerberus? Or are they enemies or friends? Thus, my awareness of their existence became certain. Even in the best 10 years of my existence post-summit battle, I did not meet these Raiju guys. Perhaps they are another change of fate. Hollow diamond, hollow diamond, hollow diamond. After obtaining that useful information from my Ormals, it was now the day of visiting Ramirez. I and the children packed our lunch sets and prepared for what was coming at us. The children were a bit scared of what we will track. They had no idea of my battle back then, but they were surprised by my spatial teleportation skills, which made us appear at the entrance of Ramirez's labyrinth instantly. Chloe clings to my clothes closely. As expected, at first I thought Ramirez was not an amazing person. But, with now my multi-dimensional detect, I can perceive how complex her technologies are. It is not an easy feat that even Dworgen could manage. Her unique skill, Small World, was powerful if she utilized it properly. Perhaps, it is given that Ramirez is not hostile to anyone and her role is to give power to weak humans. But, if she is serious, this unique skill is powerful. Without an ultimate skill, all of creation, Ramirez can easily deceive non-ultimate skill wielders. Or maybe, I am giving her that much credit. I think the real reason why she couldn't utilize this unique skill is that in the first place she is an idiot. The gigantic doors opened by themselves, welcoming its guests. Wait, why, what the heck? Sensei. The kids mumbled and attaches more profoundly to my garb. That voice is directly implanted in our heads and it is undoubtedly Ramirez. Why? Don't tell me. An ultimate skill wielder. Seems like there are many things going on. Ramirez particular have many difficulties on her side. Greetings, we are guests that request the aid of the Queen of Spirits. Seems like you got a problem on your side, we can help. I shouted pretentiously as we moved forward to the labyrinth. The path was narrow and dusty, but we kept moving towards the deeper chambers where the dwelling of spirits was. No, there is no problem on my side. More importantly, by any chance are you a wielder of ultimate power? By ultimate power she meant ultimate skills, right? Seems like she knew, but how? It is the same as Hinata's usurper. Hinata's usurper was able to evaluate stronger enemies. By either evaluation less than success greater than or less than failure greater than when the opponent is weaker, it will result in less than not applicable greater than unique skills are not absolute, and when faced with an ultimate skill wielder and higher unique skills it will result in evaluation less than blocked greater than. So how is it connected in Ramirez's case? Ramirez cast widespread illusion magic. And when she saw it had no effect on you, she concluded that it might be the case that Master is an ultimate skill wielder. The illusion magic that she cast was for us to lose our sense of direction. But, it is so weak that it bounced off to me before I noticed it. Ramirez was so agitated that we are going too fast and reaching the depths in a short amount of time, but seems like she wanted to continue her little facade for a little longer. And now behold, my finest creation. As we reach the deepest chamber, there awaits a powerful magisteel golem. Ranga rose up to protect the children and the golem's eyes beamed red. The children were terrified. Don't worry, just go with Ranga and I'll take care of this. I said to them. Now then, hey, I have a stake. Stake, very well. That's funny. If you pass this trial I shall answer all of your questions. Then, I want an answer to the Supreme Spirit God. As I said that, the golem that was functioning a while ago disappeared at the same time my sentence ended. How? You may be good at engineering, but when faced with an overwhelming power that defies all physics, then you'll find your creations at dust. Don't cry on me, Ramirez. Gurg, who are you? Me, oh, I am just a slime. As I said, not only Ramirez but the children are surprised as well. I transformed into my slime form in the labyrinth, nesting on top of Ranga. Wait, are you the new demon lord slime that seeks the rule of the great Jura forest? Who told you, Milam? Idiot, you are such an idiot. Why the heck did you mess up everything? First my golem and now, you are such an idiot. What do you mean? Milam came here the other day, saying, oh, I found myself a lover. Noda. She copied even her tone of speaking. Lover, you, me, no. Anyway, you are not even a male, aren't you? Even Milam was confused. Yeah, why is your face so bitter? Why did Milam say such a thing? If it is Milam, I can see it was a misunderstanding. Well, anyway, because of you, I am now the only lonely demon lord. The way she spoke means that she is the culprit who instilled misunderstanding in Milam's head. Hey, cheer up, you still have Dino in your losers alliance. Idiot. Dino is the last person you wanted to compare yourself. You are such an idiot. But she and Dino are alike though. Now then, seems like you have a lot of spare energy. Can you come out now and answer my question? I asked her. Rather, I inflamed a powerful combustible spell on my palms and directed my eyes on the fallen embers where she was hiding. Here, I am here. Following my request, she immediately flew around in circles, then to our faces. At least she is willing to cooperate, not that I used violence. Ta-da! I am one of the great 10 demon lords Rimuru of the labyrinth. Be grateful, feel free to kneel in my presence. She puffs her non-existent chest in front of us. That stroke pose she wore reminds me of when I first met Gabble. Nice to meet you as well, I am Rimuru Tempest if you didn't know my name already. Rimuru squirms in agitation suddenly. So it really is you. Just earlier I laughed at Milam when she said she found herself a friend. Rimuru glared at me. Seems like I ruined their losers alliance. I squashed Rimuru with both of my palms. This girl acts so cutesily and innocent, but she has been casting various types of invisible spells toward me. We took a short break and we let the children play with pixies. Me, Ranga, and Rimuru set up a picnic mattress and brought out our food. In the end, Rimuru was the one who have eaten the most. I am really curious where Rimuru is putting all of the food she is intaking. Some sort of skill. Well, I offered Rimuru our food since the children are too focused on playing. And we talk things through while she is eating. I explained everything to her. Regarding the children's circumstances, I see now, they really have it tough. She said while ingesting her food. That's why I want you to guide us on summoning greater spirits. Well, I don't really mind, I am the queen of spirits after all. Surprising, right? Oh, by the way, my question. The supreme elemental god or something? Bees, you got the wrong answer. Well, I know it, and since it is our stake I don't mind saying it to you. Right, it is rumored to be an aid of the queen of spirits when you disperse the spirit race. Bees, you got it wrong again. What am I exactly wrong on? Most of my prime memories are off, but when you talked about it I remember some of it. First of all, did you know the other titles of that spirit? Primitive spirit, primitive elemental, primordial spirit. As I said that, Rimuru said that is the part where I am most wrong. The proper title is Almighty Spirit. If you are referring to the first spirits, then the spirit of light is the real deal, but the Almighty Spirit is not the first one but the most powerful of them all. The spirit of time was created by the spirit of light and the spirit of darkness, and there the universe began to revolve. To reinforce the cornerstones of the world, the spirit of earth, water, fire, wind, and sky later came into being. The supreme grand elementals are them. The Almighty Spirit and the Elemental Queen Rimuru collaborated to maintain the equilibrium of the spiritual life forms. The Almighty Spirit has all of the supreme grand elementals, power at once, making it the most potent creature of its kind. This means that he or she is simultaneously a component of light, darkness, time, earth, water, fire, wind, and sky. All are equivalent to each supreme elemental. The balancing system also contributed to the creation of the Almighty Spirit. The supreme elementals are an egoless force that never interferes with the universe itself. When primordial demons and primordial angels roam the earth, to counteract this, the Almighty Spirit, who has all of its predecessors' abilities, travels over the globe while remaining unseen. That's Rimuru's story. After gaining the open hollow corner bracket approval close hollow corner bracket of the Almighty Spirit, the individual will gain true deity's heart. After passing the trials requirements, open double angle bracket true deity ceremony close double angle bracket will be held in a dimension where all elements do not exist. But this time, it is not an evolution, but it is called open hollow corner bracket ascension close hollow corner bracket. So then, will you introduce us to the Almighty Spirit? I asked Rimuru. She nonchalantly said, "Oh, that was me." She said that in a calm manner while still ingesting our offerings. But I don't really have any time for her jokes though. What? You said you and the Almighty Spirit work together, right? You said that, right? I blurted out. Oh, calm down, there is a series to where I need to explain this. That's how I remembered until now. Can you blame me? I just remembered just now. Rimuru is a fallen spirit. After that incident, it is not surprising most of her memories have vanished. You see, spirits are neutral spiritual life forms. Some of the spirits are either more demonic or other more holy. Then what do you think is the case of the strongest spirit? Ifrit is more demonic in his composition while some spirits are more angelic like the spirits Hinata has used. She is saying, spirits are a neutral race that has a few characteristics of demons and angels. Demons are pure demonic, angels are pure holy. Then, spirits are neutral, either or neither. If you break that balance you will fall from the graces like Rimuru is. Then, I think the Almighty Spirit must be a pure neutral. Bees. Wrong. I am both a pure demonic and pure holy spirit. While I have the power of all the supreme spirits, I also possess demonic attributes comparable to primordials and holy attributes comparable to seraphims. You see, Queen of the Spirits is a pure holy, while Almighty Spirit is my pure demonic side. That is me originated because of how this world is molded. Seems like Rimuru is more amazing than I thought. So, according to her, her adult form have two sides. Which is the Queen of Spirits a pure angel in characteristics and the Almighty Spirit the all-powerful spirit that had a primordial demon power. Would you give me that? She stopped eating and pointed her 2-point fingers at her forehead. Trying hard to remember but she couldn't. Apart from I don't wanna give it to anyone. Well, I still can't remember how. Even a bit of an idea. Can't you hear me? Even if I had, this power really is dangerous. I won't give it to the person I just met. She came to my face shouting that. I squashed her between my palms to shut her up and apologizes afterward. What if I gave you your adult form? Absolutely, I did turn to bribery. I am aware that it is quite cruel. But when up against insect person opponent who resembled God-level power. To safeguard a critical factor like the Almighty Spirit's approval, I wouldn't put my confidence in someone like Rimuru. So, regardless of who wins Rimuru, our war will continue like that. Rimuru will migrate to our town subsequently, but what if the insect person later used that opportunity to control her? We are discussing a challenger who is more powerful than post-Tenmayuki. For someone like him, snatching the uncontested Rimuru is of no concern. I didn't anticipate Rimuru to accept the bait though. Even though she is a little bit stupid, she is still the spirit responsible for keeping the world in balance. Really, you would do that to me? Okay, I think I have an idea of how I can remember it. What? Give me back my damned expectations. Hey, you just said that you can't give it to anyone, right? You said that not far ago. If she did not agree we can just have Rimuru migrate to Tempest right now after the dwelling of spirits. Well, you see, she paused everything she is doing and levitated at my eye level. Despite what I look, I am still one who gives my blessings. One who guided children, and the weak, and give power. To the brave who protects others. You have the heart already. Rimuru's words are gentle like the wind, it's like a lullaby of a mother who hums for her daughter. She is still in her child form but, it feels like a different individual is talking to me at that moment. I want to know more about this matter. According to her, the approval of the Almighty Spirit did not come from her. She had it, but its origin was a mystery. Furthermore, the candidate and the heart are like a negative charge and a positive charge atom. They attract each other and fuse. For some reason, Rimuru felt a warm attraction to me when I entered her labyrinth. At first, she rejected the idea. But, as I descend more on her labyrinth, she became certain that I am the candidate. It may be the reason why some of her prime memories are going back to her. Rimuru's approval is the heart. And, a supreme deity is the body. Now, that I gained Rimuru seems like in no time I have the heart already. But, she said that for the heart and the body to start fusing, we must undergo the true deity ceremony, but she forgot how to do it. Well, that's all for now. Rimuru returned to her cocky attitude, which is literally unfortunate for us. Now, I gained the true deity's heart. To be continued.